Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? Y'all, I'm gonna get right on into this piping hot tea. Piping hot tea. Now, I was minding my own business. And I know I was because I was asleep yesterday. And every time I'm minding my own business in a good sleep, I hear some things. Because I have my TV on YouTube all the time. So, I had to go around there and check this out myself. The word on the street, because you didn't hear this from me, because I'm not one to gossip. I'm putting this on USA Today and let them and the rest of those YouTubers who actually gossip, not me, them. The word on the street is that Shannon Sharpe is being sued for $50 million. Yeah, I'm not going to get too deep into it. Excuse me, because I mostly want to give my analysis. Y'all know how I do over here. I have to throw in their psychology degree. Hey. Whenever I can. Okay. When they tell people that, the psychologists and the biologists and all those are useless, they worked for us if we know how to work them. Shout out to the ones of us that know how to work them. So let's get on into this. Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe is facing a lawsuit accused of sexual assault and battery and engaging in an intentional infliction of emotional distress. Let me stop right there. Does Shannon Sharpe remind... See, I'm about to give you an announcement. Tight end. Let me tell you what me and my best friend was talking about before I get all left up into this article. We were talking about how men, especially black men, only consider their sons, and I don't mean gay, if they play football or if they could slide with basketball. But anything else, ballet, soccer, all those types of things, dance in general, that's effeminate. Well, let me just say this. Somebody got to dance with my girls. In our dance group, there are so few males in there where we are begging males to join because somebody has to hold the girls up. You have to have male on female dance partners. And then with the idea that will turn your child gay is damn ridiculous. There are gay men who play football. Shocking! You didn't know? There are gay men that play basketball and then you'll let them slide with soccer. There are gay men that play soccer. There are gay men that play baseball. Okay? Nothing can turn someone gay. That's stupid. I wonder in my mind when I hear people say that he was turned gay. I wonder in my mind what makes you think that. Do I believe everybody that's gay is born gay? No. Do I believe that there are some environmental influences that can make or have someone be bisexual or question their sexuality? Yes, I do believe that. Influence? Yes, I believe that as well. I do. I'm one of the few, what's called hags, put an F in front of it, because I'm truly that, who believe that there are times when hormones are influenced. But do I believe sports can turn somebody gay? Or what type of sport or what type of instrument they play in the damn band? No, can turn them gay. If a dude played the flute or the clarinet, he gay in my school. But I'm in this small ass southern Mississippi town where everybody judges everybody on appearance. Ain't got no business judging nobody. It's always been my line of thinking, whether you were whether you believe whether it was the hormones or scientific or someone was actually born gay, whatever the case may be, I am under the impression, why is it, I will say, I ask a question, why is it okay for us to believe that we treat people how we want to be treated, except for when it's Black people dealing with homosexuality? We wanted integration. We wanted to come out of segregation. And I tell you, like I said, I got most of my education. And when I wanted to I was so surprised when I was in high school, and I told this story before, and I found out how many Black people were against having gays in the military. And my whole argument, and always was and always have been, they didn't want us in the military at one time, straight or gay. It befuddles my mind. The Black Christian belief system and who we can and can't be racist against. Because to me, that's a form of racism. Homophobia. To me. That's just my opinion. Now, let me get back into this article. So, the lawsuit was filed on Sunday. And in Nevada court. And this on Sunday? Not on the day that Jesus was resurrected. Allegedly. I said what I said. Alleged. Wow. Well, everybody don't believe like y'all believe. I'm one of them. I mean, that's why I said allegedly. Where's the proof? So I guess that lady said, well, I don't give two shakes of rattlesnake's eggs. I want this 50 million. She said they were in a rocky consensual relationship, which I couldn't believe. The woman who is seeking $50 million in damages said she met Sharpe at a Los Angeles gym in 2023. She was 19 and alleges in the lawsuit Sharpe, who is currently 56, actually assaulted her twice in October 2024 and again in January 2025. Is this possible? Absolutely, in my opinion. Now, remember, everything is alleged, and in my opinion, come into my house and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. But let me just say this. As far as assault goes, I always use Kobe Bryant's situation as an example of this. A lot of people disregard Kobe's deposition. When he was telling the truth and they first inquired with him what happened between she and he, the young lady who we have never heard of since, she must have gotten a pretty good penny, said that she did not want to have anal relations. The vaginal relations, that was no problem. It was the anal relation that was the problem. This is what men have to understand. When a woman is giving it to you, and then you say, let me put it in your mouth. She say no. But she's giving it to you. Y'all can be in the midst of it, and then you say, let me put it in your mouth. She's like, that ain't what I want. I don't do that. And you do it anyway. Guess what? That's assault. If you put it in the anal area and she says no, and you do it anyway, that's assault. If you put it in the ear, her toe, wherever you deem necessary to put it, other than where she agreed to for you to put it, that's assault. You see what I'm saying? And just because y'all had a consensual relationship in the past, that doesn't mean that at that particular point in January and October that it was consensual. Okay? Just like with husbands. Do you know I took a poll? I took a personal poll when I was in college. Yeah, we did research when y'all disregard psychology degrees as important. Yeah, I had to go around the campus for one of my term papers asking men what did they think about. I decided, even as a young girl in psychology, I decided that I was going to do a paper on consensual relations because a young lady had accused a guy of actually assaulting her when I was on campus, and it was so many men who said she had no business going in football doing. Well, my understanding was she went in football doing for one guy, and others decided to join. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know whatever happened to that case, but I wish I did. But because I was damn sure on her side, and then I put it in my paper how I felt. But okay, in this poll, I asked, but we're talking to college age boys, but at the same time, I just want you to see that where men think and where women think. So I asked women and men. I'm gonna say I know I said I asked college boys, but I did both. You know, you have, and when you're doing a study, you have to do both. So even my roommates and classmates. So I asked the question: can a man RAPE his wife? You would be surprised. I wasn't. A majority of the people said no. It is astounding to me how we don't understand what the true definition of that is. It is sexual relations by force. And just because your wife is laying beside you, smelling good, looking good, and giving out pheromones, that does not mean that you have the right to climb up on top of her and take what you want. That ain't how any of this works. But again, I had to put in my poll the statistics. And just from me doing that on my campus, using a few test subjects, an overwhelming amount of men and women said no. Not that no means no. That is astounding, y'all. And that is what's making me lean towards the belief. Yes, do I believe she was an ex-worker? Yes. Sort of like Brie Eaton. It's neither here nor there, in my opinion, allegedly. Do I believe that she wants money in this money grab? Yes. But a lot of people do. We all up on Cassie's side, and a lot of us didn't believe Cassie initially, and then we saw the tape, and then some of us still don't believe her, even after seeing the tape. But I'll say this about Cassie. She didn't go for a criminal charge either. She is agreeing now to have him charged criminally and willing to testify at this point. But I think had they not gone for Diddy criminally, I think that she would have been perfectly fine getting her 30 to 45 mil, allegedly, what they say she got. So we can't just always say it's all about the money. Do I believe she was jealous? Because, oh, Mama Shay, that's Mama Shay. That's Mama Shay. Do I believe she was jealous at that point? Yes. Maybe, just maybe, because left cheek and right cheek, $25,000 cheeks, just wasn't satisfying this man. When I tell you that men who have these weird ass sexual quirks and irks and like to have they toodles, the anal area licked up on, and like to have a salad tossed, and what's not, and the toes sucked and the ears plucked. These kind of men don't ever get satisfied. It's always something else that they want to try. The appetite is insatiable. Hence the song Insatiable by Prince. But that's neither here nor there. We heard some freaky things about Prince. Shout out to Prince for celebrating his anniversary of his death. And I think his birthday or something. They were celebrating something. But I can't remember when he was born. Anyway, that doesn't mean he was one of my favorite entertainers. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. He was into some freaky shit. Insatiable. That's how, y'all, let me tell you. Sidebar. That's how I learned the definition of insatiable. Because I asked my cousin who knew everything to me. R.I.P. to the late great CSG. She was always honest. So I asked my cousin, I'm like a teenager. And I said, what does insatiable mean? She said, can't get enough of something. Woo, baby, when I tell you my cousin, smart. And I looked it up for myself. And was she right? Yes. So I'll say this. When men have these insatiable appetites, they will try anything. Even if you get tired of them trying. So do I believe this chick 100%? No. Do I believe him 100%? No. Do I fall somewhere in the middle? Yes. Only because I know how these things work. I know how men are, and I know how they operate in this field of where you can have any woman you want. And during those times when you feel inadequate and you are a big, black, rusty Negro and heavily unattractive, and then you finally can get the girl, the biracial girl, the preference, as Nelly say, the half black and Asian, anything other than a pure Negro woman, you feel important. You like, see, I can get them. I can get the dime pieces. But it's all about your dollar. It ain't even about your personality. It ain't about you being sweet. It ain't about none of that. It's about your dollar. And for me, I don't understand why men don't understand that when you have money, it's just, you're worried about black women who are gold diggers. But these women wouldn't get, these articles, they wouldn't give you the time of day either. If you didn't have a dollar. Well, I decided I was going to date me a half black and half white girl, because them pure black girls, they have attitudes. And I decided I was going to date me a white woman, because them black women, they had attitudes. And I decided I was going to date me a Latino woman, because them black women had attitudes. Have y'all seen Cardi B? Have y'all seen Jenny Ma, who like her dog meat on the side? And then when she got her dog meat in the front, what's she going through? That's all I'm saying. My point is, they dating you for your money too. Okay? So when you met this 19-year-old baby down to the gym, what the hell did you think she was going to do one day? Did you think she was going to just continue to let you run up in every hole or orifice on her body and then not do anything? Especially when she perceived you as to be cheating on her? No. Here comes the lawsuit. So here's old Shannon's response. In a statement released Monday, Shannon Sharpe's attorney, Lanny Davis, called this lawsuit a blatant, cynical attempt to shake Mr. Sharpe down for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misinterpretations, And we will not let them succeed. Now, remember, now, another thing that I want to throw in here that's making us feel uncomfortable as women. Busby is her attorney. And he has a tendency, he does have a tendency to go after the black man. With the dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills, y'all. I'm just saying. But we're going to have to keep that in mind as well. The woman also says Sharpe became violent with her over a course of their relationship and threatened to mill her. But she also says that he was unfaithful. How can you be unfaithful and you getting paid to get your chest done and by your left and right cheek? So he would get angry with her, fly into fits. He would have extraneous activities which we don't know what that is. Which is what I'm saying. Manipulation, intimidation. And she just got tired of it. And then at times he would even become sinister. Sharpe even figured out how to get Jane Doe's apartment. Get into her apartment complex without her knowing. Yeah, because he probably was paying the rent on that motherfucker. And just a FYI to all you ladies that brag about having these athletes and shit. Even if they are black, shout out to OJ, they can still go to different places and use their name and manipulate the system. Shout out to Club Shay. Shout out to him being a Denver Bronco. They can exert power. Speaking of power, let's get into that. I saw Jay Lee's corner. I'm just going to call her out. Shout out to Jay Lee. I was listening to her, and as she said that these men make their mistakes by going after these young girls. While these men think that they can manipulate you sexually, mentally, more so when you're younger, and that may be true. But the thing about these men who has these insatiable, strange appetites and figure out any different kind of way to get what they want, actually, these men are very, very much have the ability to very, very much manipulate your mind. But what you don't understand is it's not just about the manipulation of the mind. It's also so they can exert power. And men that think like Shannon Sharpe does, he thinks that he can exert power over somebody who is young and impressionable. That's the main thing. It's not always about, just like we did, it's not always about them satisfying your sexual proclivities. Sometimes it's about power. And then again, it's more so about power and dominance. And the thing about it, young lady, shout out to you, Jane Doe, but we found out who you were, but I'm still going to call you Jane Doe. Girl, Jane Doe, listen to me, Linda, listen to me, Linda. Baby, I just know you didn't think that you were the only one that could do the things that he liked for you to do. Left cheek, right cheek. 2 cheeks, no cheeks. I just know you didn't think that you were the only one that could do what he likes. That's not how men think. Especially men that can throw that pee any which way they want to throw it. Okay? But Shannon released some text messages saying that she wanted brown gravy and all up inside of her. And all this sugar gosh. But yeah. Even with her wanting the brown gravy and her wanting the left cheek, right cheek, her wanting to get in your bed and give you what you want. Shout out to Sweet Tea. All the things. that doesn't mean that she wasn't thinking in every incident that she could be yours. Even ex-workers have a tendency to catch feelings. And then when she found out she was the only one, I bet she was thinking to herself, like, as good as I look and as bad as he look, I know he ain't out here cheating on me. But did he ever say you were going to be his woman? Probably not. Did you think you were going to marry him? You probably did. And again, a lot of time, these women in these positions who get flued out, I call these women the flued out women. You think you're going to have the pretty woman experience. I'll just say this, because I watched this movie. What was the name of that movie? Snow Bunnies? Young Bunnies? Something about, Sugar Babies. The name of the movie was Sugar Babies. If you go into it understanding, like the Queen Sugar Baby did, if you go into it with the understanding that he might not choose you, and be prepared that he might not choose you, we won't have these type of situations. And I think that he was done with you, and he was not willing to give you any more money, and you have been cut off, and you're getting too old to do what you do best, right? Because you have a shelf life when you shoot. You done mess with him from 19 to 23. Oh, girl, you're getting old. You're damn near practically a senior citizen in that work. He's looking for another 19-year-old that he can manipulate and control. And if he could get them at 14 and 15, he'd do that too. But, I mean, they too legal, allegedly, in my opinion. They go as far as the legal or limit will allow them to go. And Shannon, good luck. Good luck to your ass for being a 93-year-old, big, black, ugly Negro who finally was able to get the girl. Now, good luck on all the lawsuits and future lawsuits that are coming your damn way. Because you're going to have to pay. Eventually, even if you win this case. Because you're not going to stop doing what you're doing. I already know this. Shout out to Diddy. Diddy and R. Kelly, they got so many warnings. Hey, well, R. Kelly, he got the Aaliyah thing. He got away with that. Then he got away with the X tape. Got away with that. Same thing with Diddy. I got away with putting these people over the bridge in the cold. I'm good. I got away with beating Cass's ass for years. I'm good. Until you ain't no more. Until the people get tired. Until the people start suing your ass and suing you for everything that you have. Sullying and muddying up your damn name, all because you couldn't keep your big black gravy delivering peen in your pants. And with that, y'all, come on in. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to help your girl out. Get me to those 2,000 subscribers. Push me on the edge. And the baby, the way you can push me on the edge is to share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring. And as I do, when I close, I am going to chunk them up. Deuces. Now drop down in the comments and tell me, talk to me, and I will talk back. And let me know, do you think that Shannon Sharpe is guilty? Do you think like me, who falls somewhere in the middle and think that even though, this girl may be lying, that's what your ass get? That's your karma, bitch. But if you think like me and somewhere in the middle, say you do. Let me know. If you think he's completely innocent, which I know nobody in my group thinks that he's completely innocent. He did something. And so did she. But anyway, my point is, let me know that I'm going to close. And as I do when I close, chunk them up. Deuces.